Massive post-Avengers 4 rumors are circulating over the internet about Hawkeye training his replacement. This, combined with a couple of other rumors out there, gives us a look at what Marvel's plans might be after Avengers 4 when it comes to the MCU. We are breaking it all down. This is the Nerdy News Rundown. Let's get you filled in. Before we get into this, I need to shout out Jeremy Sewers, who got the nerd card question correct in my Star Wars video from yesterday. You definitely know your stuff when it comes to Star Wars, so shout out to you, Jeremy. We'll, of course, do another nerd card question at the end of this video. Now, guys, before we get too far into this and talk about the Young Avengers and all of that, I do want to say that our buddy Frank Grillo was spoiling stuff about Avengers 4 yet again. I feel like everybody kind of knows that Frank's willing to talk about these sort of things now, and so they ask him a bunch of questions. He was talking about how Tilda Swinton is indeed going to be in Avengers 4. She, of course, plays the Ancient One, and so now we know that the Ancient One will at least be making an appearance in Avengers 4. Again, I don't know how crucial this is to the plot. It doesn't really tell us anything about the film other than she'll be in it, but yeah, it's kind of cool, so I just wanted to pass that off to you guys. And also, like, Frank Grillo might want to read his NDAs. I know he's never going to be in another Marvel movie again, and so he thinks he can just talk about whatever he wants to, but he could get sued and lose a lot of money. I mean, I love you, Frank. If you want to keep giving us details, that's cool, but maybe think about your wallet. Seriously, I don't think that's going to be good for you, man. All right, so let's get into the rumors about this whole Hawkeye situation, him being replaced maybe after Avengers 4. Now, a lot of this comes from MCU Cosmic. This is a website. They believe they also have a YouTube channel. These guys do great work. They've gotten a lot of things right. They do have sources when it comes to production of Marvel movies. Now, MCU Cosmic reported back in June that Marvel was eyeing up a Hawkeye sort of a thing. They were going to do a Hawkeye either movie or a show, and the production of this thing was going to focus around Hawkeye training his replacement, which a lot of people think would probably be Kate Bishop, which was something from the comic books. Now, that original report also aligned itself with some statements that Kevin Feige made about getting new incarnations of characters that we have in the MCU. Essentially, Feige was talking about how, yeah, we might get new versions of Captain America, new versions of Thor, maybe new versions of Iron Man as well. So this is something that sort of started this notion that maybe what we are getting here is a setup for a passing of the baton of sorts, for the legacy of a character to have a new person be in the role. Now, more recently, MCU Cosmic has reported that the production of the Hawkeye project has stepped up from its initial stages of production to internal production. So they're going from thoughts and ideas to concepts, to design art, to possible casting, to scripting, you know, ideas like that. So MCU Cosmic claims that Marvel Studios has taken the idea of a Hawkeye production to the next level, and they are actually in what is known as active development for that project. And again, the report suggests that this concept is that Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye will be actively training Kate Bishop to be his replacement. Now, what's really interesting is there's a couple of different casting notes for Avengers 4 that would seem to support not only this project existing, but sort of a larger plan with Marvel Studios to create the new or the Young Avengers. Catherine Longford was recently announced as being in Avengers 4. She was certainly cast in the film. She was there for some reshoots, but she was there for not a lot of time. But people do believe that this character will be the Kate Bishop character. They just think that she bears a resemblance to what Kate Bishop looked like in the comic books. Now, a while back, Emma Furman was also announced to be cast for Avengers 4, and the reports then were that she was going to be playing an older Cassie Lang. This implies either some kind of a time jump here, but regardless, we do believe that Cassie Lang has been set up to be a new hero in the Avengers movies. She's, of course, in Ant-Man. She's in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And particularly in Ant-Man and the Wasp, she is talking to her father a lot about being a hero. She wants to be like Ant-Man.
Wait, who did you think?
Me.
You?
Don't laugh. I'd be a great partner.
Oh, Peanut. Oh, you would be awesome. And if I let you, I would be a terrible dad.
There are also some rumors that Amadeus Cho might be making an appearance in Avengers 4, and his mother has already been introduced in the MCU. She is in Age of Ultron, and who knows? I mean, if they start to set up these familiar younger characters that we have had in the comic books, all signs do point to them having an ensemble of these characters and creating the Young Avengers. Now, when it comes to this Hawkeye project, the question for a lot of people is this going to be a movie? Is this going to be a streaming show? I mean, with Disney kind of doing this new thing with the Loki show and the Scarlet Witch show, it's very possible that they're going to move this to the streaming service. However, it's interesting because when MCU Cosmic was reporting on the Nick Fury show, which is another big rumor. They were like, okay, there's going to be this Nick Fury show on the streaming service. Peter Sciretta of Slash Films indicated that the Nick Fury show rumor was false, and that in fact Marvel Studios is working on something much larger and grander in scope than simply having a Nick Fury show on their streaming service. Also interesting is the fact that Nick Fury and Maria Hill seem to be playing a pretty large role in Spider-Man Far From Home. This is all adding up to a scenario where Nick Fury may be playing a much bigger role as far as administrating the next group of heroes that would be Avengers. And with a lot of the casting decisions, the setups in other movies, and the rumors about this new Hawkeye project where he will be training a replacement, it's pretty clear that this could be something that Marvel is working towards. I personally believe, yeah, this is something they're going to be working towards, and we will get probably a Young Avengers film, or at least younger Avengers in the lineup for the official Avengers. But that is the news out there, guys. Massive rumors that Marvel Studios is working on a Hawkeye project in which he will train his replacement, Kate Bishop. This could either be a movie or something on the streaming service. I want to know what all of you guys think about this. First of all, I mean, are you happy about this project coming through? This really reminds me a lot of the Matt Fraction run of Hawkeye, where he's also training Kate Bishop. Very cool comic book run, super classic. If they could get that style set up for the show or the movie, I'd be really into that. And what do you think about the Young Avengers in general? Should this be a movie? Should these characters just exist? Are you going to be happy about the changing of the guard when it comes to the MCU? Or are you not really looking forward to that and you want your old MCU characters back? Wherever you fall on this, I'm very interested. Let me know in the comment section below. Now, before we get out of here, let's check that nerd card. I want to know, what is the name of the artist that was on that famous Matt Fraction run? Very prolific comic book artist. Answer that question in the comment section below. And that's going to do it for the Monday show. Thank you, as always, for hanging out with me, getting your news over here. I know it's a Monday, but we are going to get through this week together. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and nerdy day, and I will see you in the next video. If you show up, which you should.